What I'm about to tell you, it's very painful to look back to. But I need closure from the event that took place. Okay, because this was when I truly lost my best friend from the monster that took over. My friend Emily and I are close friends, and we went through a lot of things together, especially when it comes to facing our fears. Now, that's a different turn for her because her fear was clowns, and she dislikes them a lot. Because as she describes them with her eerie laughs, goofy-looking shoes, weird-colored clothes, you get the gist. She just doesn't like them. Her younger sister Lizzie and I, on the other hand, have nothing against them. We actually thought that they were pretty hilarious. Well, until the night we went through. It now gave us a clearer sense. Hours before it happened, Emily and I were in different classes from college, but we always hung out after class. I was coming out of my math class happily because I aced my math final, and I wanted to tell Emily my good news. I saw her, but noticed that she was acting a bit upset, thinking that she probably didn't do well in her final test. No, it couldn't have been that. So I asked her if she was okay, but she told me that some idiot bumped into her, and they both fell because that he wasn't looking where he was going. I looked around to see which person she was talking about, but didn't get a clear look. She did say that it was a guy, but there was nothing that we could do about it now. I told her the good news of acing my math class, and luckily her mood turned. She was happy for me, and she told me that she aced her English final as well. I was happy for her, too. And we just hung out the whole day. After all, it was now summer break, and we had a lot of plans ahead of us. We hung out at her house because she was going to babysit her little sister. She didn't really like that, but hey, with me by her side, she knew it wouldn't be boring. We heated up some popcorn while we waited for her sister. What time does your sister come back from school? I asked her. Around 2:30-ish, she replied. I looked at my watch, and it said 2:29. Okay, not bad, I said to myself. I then turned on the TV so that we wouldn't be bored. An ad on the screen then popped up. A clown showcased with purple hair and funny clothes, saying in a weird, goofy-like voice, "Excited for laughs and giggles? Funny acts that will make your grouchy grandpas laugh? Then have no fear, boys and girls. The circus is in town. Prepare for a lot of food and games. Come meet acrobats, jugglers, freaks, dancers, animals, and of course, us clowns at Uncle Joey's Top Circus. Come one, come all. And the best part is, it's all absolutely free." As we saw this, we saw where it was going to be located at, but something wasn't right. The location where the circus was going to be, it said that it was going to be at the Oak Fair grounds. That's odd, I stated, because the Oak Fair grounds hasn't been active for nearly 10 years, since the old factory ran out of business, and then it was torn down. See, now it was just a big open space. Well, I don't care. I don't want to go to this ridiculous circus, Emily said. Come on, Emily, it could be fun, and you need to stop being so scared of clowns. They're harmless. You're 24 years old, and you're still scared of them. Grow up. Says the guy who's 24 years old and is still scared of spiders, she said as her comeback. Hey! Black widows, any red belly spiders, and tarantulas are something else, okay? You, on the other hand, I mean, that's more ridiculous. Whatever, Emily said. Typical, I thought to myself. Wait, where's your sister? I asked her. We looked around the house, and as she went to go check her room, she realized that she wasn't there. I checked my watch, and it said 2:55, 5 till 3, and I thought to myself, does she usually come late? Emily was coming down the stairs as I asked the question, and she replied, no, she doesn't. Well, maybe she's at a friend's house, I told her. No, she always comes home first and then tells me that she's going to her friend's house. She always does that. Emily said, almost panicking. Okay, well, calm down. Maybe the bus is running late. They always do that. So let's not jump to conclusions yet, I told her. 4 hours went by, and now Emily was rightfully panicking. Luckily, her parents are out on a business trip, so they won't be back for another week. But that was the least of our problems. Lizzie was still missing. Where the fuck is she? I'm gonna kill her if this is a prank, Emily said. Jesus, I know Lizzie can be a rebel at times, but this was going too far, I thought to myself. But while we were thinking where she could be, the TV turned on. Did you turn on the TV? I asked Emily slowly, and terrified at the same time. I was just about to ask you the same thing, Emily said. There was static, but then we quickly heard circus music playing. We saw the same clown from the ad earlier. We heard him giggle and talk with the accent of Disney's Goofy. We're waiting for you, Emily. The show is about to begin. Emily was shocked to hear this clown say her name, but I think it could only see her since I was standing on the other side of the TV. I guess it couldn't see me. Anyways, in all seriousness, now Emily was shocked. Can you hear me? She asked. Then the clown responded with a nod as a yes. What do you want? She screamed at the TV. We want you to come join us for our fun and excitement, the clown said. Hell no. Fuck you and your clowns, Emily said angrily. Oh, well, that's a shame because... The cameraman panned away further, and to our horror, I felt like my heart went ice cold. I'm sure Emily's did as well, because we saw Lizzie tied with duct tape on her mouth. Little Lizzie will be very, very sad that you won't make it to the show, the clown said. I saw Emily shocked and with tears coming down her eyes and cupping her mouth with her hands. You son of a bitch! If you hurt her, I swear I'll kill you! Emily said with rage in her voice. I never saw this side of her. Now. There's no need for violence. All you need to do is show up to the Oak Fairgrounds and join the show. I know you're terrified of clowns, but now is your chance to prove yourself that you ain't anymore. Have the courage, my dear, for poor Lizzie's sake is in your hands. The clown then ended with a smile on his face. We'll be waiting. The TV then shut off. Oh my God. What are we gonna do? Emily said to me. I thought about what we were going to do until an idea hit me. Shit, it's just a prank. She got her friends to help her scare you, I said. That had to be it. Are you fucking kidding me right now? My sister is being held hostage by these fucking clowns. She then kept rambling on while I was sending her a text. I then listened to her again ramble on, and with my eyes I pointed at her phone to look at it. Yet she still rambles on, and I'm opening and pointing with my eyes wider as in, look at your damn phone. She then finally looked at her phone. "Oh," she said. "Lizzie is in trouble. We have to go save her. Otherwise, they're gonna kill her," Emily said. "Emily, it's a prank. She's pranking you like she always does. You're only falling for her game," I said to her. We kept this going and going, and then I decided to get on my motorcycle to drive off. Now, before you start saying, "Oh, what an asshole," or "You're not going to help her save her sister," etc., let me explain. What I texted her was, "I know she's in trouble, and we are gonna save her, but the clown only saw you. They didn't see me. So, they'll think you're gonna show up and they won't be expecting me. So pretend we're fighting as I don't believe you because they could be watching us for all we know. I'm gonna follow you, but at a far distance. I also need to get my tactical gear to make sure that we get out safely." As I made my way to my apartment, when I went to my chest, where I kept all my tactical gear, I got all suited up. My black boots on, black tactical vest, elbow and knee pads, fingerless black gloves, and my backpack with my 9mm pistols, a few smoke grenades, and lastly, my Ghost Recon Future Soldier UV face mask. Now it's time to rescue Lizzie. As I made my way to Oak Fair grounds, I then slowed down to make sure that I wasn't spotted, parked my motorcycle out of sight, and made my way sticking to the shadows. I saw big circus tents, heard circus music, and smelled popcorn going through my nose by the air. But then I saw one clown, like patrolling or marching left and right, making sure that no one got in. Once it turned right, I got behind him, covered his mouth, and used my K-bar knife to slit his throat. Dragged his body into the bushes out of sight. As I hid behind the tents one by one, what I saw was surprising. I saw Emily with a clown, with a top hat, and with a cane. I suppose that's Uncle Joey, the ringmaster clown of this circus, and seeing a horde of clowns surrounding her and Uncle Joey. But these clowns weren't the friendly kind that you and I know. Now, these clowns had sharp teeth, weapons in their hands, and moved together as if they were stalking their prey. I couldn't hear them exactly, but I kept my distance as I saw all of them enter a huge tent. I entered through the opening at the back of the tent. As I entered, I saw little Lizzie sitting in a chair tied up and with the tape on her mouth still. There were bleacher seats everywhere, filled with clowns looking like the show was about to begin. Luckily, they didn't see me through the darkness, as I waited patiently to strike. Uncle Joey started talking. I could hear him clearly now. "Now, Emily, as I did say, Lizzie is safe. However, an idea did slip in my mind." Chuckling as if he told the world's funniest joke. "She is safe. However, you and Lizzie are to remain with us. Be a part of our family of clowns." As Uncle Joey said this, the tent was filled with applause and laughter. What a horrible idea, I thought to myself, as I grabbed a smoke grenade from my backpack and my pistols locked out and loaded. "Hell no. We'll never join you, fat sack of shit," Emily said to Uncle Joey. The whole crowd of clowns all started to "oh," as if she was about to get tattletaled. "Well, that's a shame," Uncle Joey said, as he turned to one of his hench clowns. It was a clown girl. She stepped up and, she slapped Lizzie and laughed after that. I gasped quietly, but Emily got heated and was about to charge at the clown girl, but got grabbed from the others. The clown girl punched her in the gut, and Emily fell to her knees, gasping for air. clown girl got a knife from behind her and held it to Lizzie's throat. Lizzie was crying and squealing as she saw the horrors in front of her. "Now, are you going to join us? Or are you waiting for your next lesson?" Uncle Joey asked. "No, please. Please just let us go. We just want to go home," Emily said, crying and pleading with this clown. Uncle Joey then sighed heavily. "Oh, well, I gave you a chance, Emily, to join us," he said, then smiling and raising his head like a madman. "But now you'll have to learn the hard way. First, by being responsible for your sister's death," he said, looking at the clown girl, nodding his head, signaling to do the evil plan he had in his mind. "What? No!" Emily screams her voice out. "Let's go," I said to myself. I rolled the smoke grenade to where Emily, Lizzie, Uncle Joey, and the clown girl were. As the whole tent was filled with smoke, I sprang into action, throwing a left uppercut to the clown girl. Look, I know I'm not supposed to hit a lady, but in this case, it was necessary. I cut the rope that was holding Lizzie and untaped her mouth. I grabbed her by the hand, as well as Emily, and we ran out of the tent as fast as we could. "They're escaping! After them, you fools!" I heard Uncle Joey say to the clowns behind me. "Hurry, you two! Head to the car!" I told them. Wait, what are you doing?" Emily asked shockingly. "I'll handle these goofy-looking clowns. Okay, go!" I told her, raising my pistols towards the incoming insane clown posse. Emily wanted me to go with her and her sister. "Emily, come on, we gotta go!" Lizzie said while pulling Emily to hurry. As the clowns came, I started shooting every bullet I had in the chamber. Some fell, but a lot kept coming. I then rushed towards another big tent, and inside it had gas tanks. Excellent, I thought to myself. While the clowns came charging, I took a detour to the left and hopped through the chain link fence, and I saw the clowns stopping. Uncle Joey was the front man. As we stared down at each other, I pulled another grenade where the gas tanks were. I was sprinting my ass off out of there. I then heard who I believe was Uncle Joey scream "No!" for his life. And then an explosion. Even though I was still far, I still felt the impact of wind as it pushed me to the ground. I then looked back at what I did. Damn, that's one insane stunt to put in the books, I said in my head as I got up, looking at the fire raging up as if Satan himself was about to come out from the flames. "Shit, I gotta get out of here," I said. I then went back home and changed out of my gear before anyone else thought to come see what I was doing. The next couple of days came around, and I had to keep a low profile after what happened. I went to go check up on Emily and Lizzie to see how they were doing after what they had to deal with. I was in front of Emily's door, and I knocked twice, but the door opened up. "Hello? Emily? Lizzie? Anyone here?" I asked, but no one answered. As I checked around the house, I finally saw Emily, but her back was facing me, and she was looking at her family frame, sighing in relief. Jesus. Em, you scared me. Hey, want to go catch a movie later on with Lizzie to get your mind off of what happened? But she just started to giggle. Do you believe that one scary incident can change someone's life forever? What? I don't know. Why are you asking me this? She giggled again. It's funny how we live in a world that people don't have a good sense of humor. And people who just don't like to put on a happy face. Well, now it's time to change the world, she said. I was a little creeped out by this. I slowly tried to step back. Tell me something. Have you ever put on a happy face? She asked me. As she slowly turned towards me, my heart felt like it turned ice cold. She had her face painted white, black diamonds painted her eyes, red paint around her mouth as a smile, but her mouth lay sliced, kind of like a Joker smile. She held a kitchen knife in her hand, and it was filled with blood. I looked in shock. Emily, where's Lizzie? She then smiled at me. Oh, she's having a nap. A permanent nap. I was shocked to hear this. I then ran upstairs to Lizzie's room, hoping it wasn't a joke. But it was too late. I couldn't watch anymore. I ran back downstairs to confront Emily. Except she was gone. There wasn't a single trace of her anywhere. I called the police and I gave them my statement, and soon after, well, now she's being hunted down. My worst fears I've come to realize now, my biggest fear wasn't about spiders. It was about losing my best friend. Emily, if you see or hear this, know that I'm also looking for you. The only difference is, I'm gonna be the one who ends you.